Hello! Welcome to Curious Globetrotters. We are Chris and Yea, and in this episode we will show you the top things to do in Saxony, Germany.
First up on our list is the Bastei, which is one of the must-sees here in Saxony. And it's not just the Bastei itself, it's also the surroundings, which are really beautiful. There are many ways how you can actually get to the Bastei. You can park directly there, you can also do several hikes which lead there or pass there. There's even a several-day hike, which is called the Malerweg, and this would be on the second day. What we are doing is we are doing a small round trip, so we're starting in the nearby city of Wehlen, then we will have a 2 hours walk along the Elbe River, which you see here. We'll arrive at the Bastei, then we'll also pass at a location which is called Sweden Holes, which apparently is a very narrow river or old river bank. And then we can either go back with boat, train, or by foot. If you go by foot, then it's another, I think, 1.5 hours walk back on the other side of the river. And yeah, maybe we are tired and take the boat. That's the plan for the day. It's a marvelous day, really beautiful. It's not too warm, but the sun is still out. As you can easily tell, we aren't the only ones here, and it's not even high season, so I guess be early or be prepared for a lot of people.
Part of the route visiting Bastei goes through the Schwedenlöcher or Swedish holes, and it goes through fell formations and some stairs.
The reason why they're called Swedish holes is because in the 30-year-long war in Europe, here the local people tended to hide their goods and their wealth from the Swedes who were invading this area in order to not get seized by them.
The second top activity of the region is to kayak on the river Elbe to have another perspective of the Bastei. The river passes through beautiful nature as well. You can rent your kayak, a canoe or a bigger rafting boat because there are lots of agencies here, or you can bring your own and cruise down the river just as we did. One of the highlights is the zoo in Leipzig. It is meant to be the best in Germany and the second best in Europe.
This is Meissen, which is a beautiful town located very closely to Dresden and Leipzig. You might know it more from your granny's porcelain collection actually, but it's a really beautiful small city, well worth having a stroll. It has this famous monastery and also a beautiful old town.
Meissen is a beautiful medieval town. You don't need to plan a whole day to be here, but just with half a day is enough, but it is completely worth it. Of course, if you are visiting Saxony, you cannot miss Dresden. This is a city full of history.
It started out as a trading city, then became the capital of the Kingdom of Saxony with a very flourishing time. Then during World War II it was completely destroyed, and since then a lot of historical buildings have been rebuilt in historical style, but it's also a modern city nowadays with a lot of high-tech industry. So there is this nice mix of historical buildings and modern architecture.
We are right now at the Swinger. This is what you see behind us.
Over the course of the centuries it has had many purposes, from exhibitions to places where the royalty resided. It has an orangerie, which is where the gardens of the kings has been during winter. So it has many purposes nowadays. It's a really beautiful old building, and it has a lot of museums as well and exhibitions. Right next to the Swinger there is the theatre square, which is where we are right now, with the Dresdner Opera right over there. And then there's the cathedral and also the Residency Castle. It's all right there, one nicely lined up next to the other.
The building behind me, it is called the Frauenkirche or Women Church, and it was of architectural importance when it was built. However, during World War II it was destroyed by a bomb, but because its historical importance, it was built stone by stone, and then this is here the result now. Dresden is a beautiful city. It has been completely restored after World War II. So here we will put a picture how it looked before. And then this is how it looks after. Quite incredible, right?
Especially since Dresden was one of the most heavily bombed cities during World War II, and there was quite literally nothing left of the city except for ruins.
A little bit farther from the inner city, then you find the new city and this section over here, which is part of the art neighborhood. And you have these passages in here, like a labyrinth. Here you can find some shops, cafes where artists live, and also the buildings that have been designed by artists as well. Thanks for watching!
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below.
And leave us a comment. We would like to hear your opinions and thoughts.